Hello, everybody. Hello. My name is Tina Ramsay, and I am one of the admins in this group. You can find me at healthehoneypot.com and also at Homeschooling and Oils.com. So, what are we going to actually talk about today? First of all, I want to give a shout out to one of our amazing moderators, which is Monique L. She actually talked about a topic that was resonated in a lot of the chats this week in regards to mental awareness. And like she said, there are many different stigmas and connotations that are attached to mental illness, especially within the Black community, within our community. We usually don't talk about it because we're either ashamed, embarrassed, or maybe we may not even realize what is going on, because in families normally that's kind of pushed up under the table, and we try to be so strong that if we feel like if we ask for help that it's a weakness. And it's not a weakness, it's a strength. If you realize that something is not quite right and you know that you need some additional resources, some additional help, please go get that for yourself and your children. I personally like to do the natural route. That's just me. But sometimes there are some medical chemical imbalances. Hey, Naomi, remember, as y'all guys pop on, let me know that you are here. Say hello. And hey, Miss Pearson, say hello so that I can talk with you, because you know I don't like talking to myself. So I hope you're having an amazing Friday. And so if you want to see more in regards to that particular video that Monique L., which is, like I said, our amazing moderator, you can go watch her video about that. Hello. I think I'm see, can I say your name? Shayta? That's why I said Pearson. Sorry. You can just send it to me in my private message and give me the correct pronunciation of your name. So when I come live again and I see you, I'll be like, hey, girl. Hey, Miss Hodges. All right, you guys. We are going to have fun in this Friday. Hello, Erica. She says, like soda. All right, yes. Okay, thank you, because I needed that. All right. So, I want to talk to you guys about being strapped for cash. Because let's face it, we all need cash, right? And so, in this particular video, I'm going to talk to you about different ways in which you may have not thought about making money. Maybe you are, because this is the time of the year in which we are trying to prepare for the next year. Some of you have actually, you homeschool throughout the whole year. I do, but I do a little more relaxed homeschooling during the summer. We're not so stringent like with our schedule and structure during the summer, whereas when the school year's starting to fall, we're, in line, so to speak. So what I want to talk about in particular today, because Monique L. already talked about mental awareness, which we need to talk about. You do not need to feel embarrassed. If you have chronic depression, PTSD, and chronic anxiety, chronic depression, bipolar disorder, schizophrenia, you do not need to feel like you, that it's something that you should be ashamed of. You should not feel like that. So if you do have any of those mental illnesses, or if I hope I said it the correct term, do not let no one make you feel bad about that. That's just a simple chemical imbalance. I like to use natural things to try to help balance it naturally. Of course, you can use whatever method you like. Sometimes you do actually will need medication, but you have to kind of test it and see with your doctor whether it works for you or not, because everyone can't take pharmaceutical medicine and actually enhance their problem even more so. So I have seen some cases like that where some individuals, children, and even adults, because I was a behavior technician, so I was the person that went into the schools to help the children that had behavioral issues or challenges, and some of those children they was going through a spiral because they was putting them on all these strong medications and it wasn't working, and they was acting out because their bodies couldn't handle the chemical overload. So sometimes it's just a process of you trying to figure out what exact milligrams is right for your body, your chemistry, and everything like that. And it can be a long road. I'm gonna let you know that it can be a long road. It could take months. Sometimes it could take years for you to find the correct dose for you and your body. So don't give up if you feel like that you need that. Miss Hodges said, I try to explain that to people. They don't get it. Too many think it's just choosing to be negative. No, it is not choosing to be negative. When an individual have chronic depression, it's not like they want to be sad. Who wants to be sad? Hey, Miss Quinn, nobody wants to be sad. There are clinical studies that shows because I actually went and studied this because I actually had chronic depression when I was growing up, and I had no reason. Like, I grew up in a great environment, and yet I was still depressed. When I hit puberty, my hormones went all out of place, and I had to, like, for a small time, I had to even take medication for that. But mine was dealing to hormonal influxes, and then I had a death in the family. When my grandmother died, and then I had a death after death after death, and I was a young person. I just did not know how to deal with it, and so I had to do something for a while. But then I just didn't like the way the medicine made me feel, because it made me feel kind of like a zombie. And my body is so sensitive to so many different things that it actually caused me more issues than I had. Like, I developed hypoglycemia, which is low sugar. I actually had a stroke. And so it was a lot of different things that made me say, and my husband was like, I need to try something different. And so I learned how to balance my thing with exercise, with humor. I love to laugh. When I see I'm getting too stressed, I go and put in something to make me laugh. I like foods. I use different foods because there are certain foods that actually calms you and work with your serotonin naturally. So I go for different things. Like, my son has ADD, and he has high functional autism, and we never medicated him with pharmaceutical medicine because I know how my body works, and we're kind of the same. So what I did was I looked for things that his body needed. He was low on magnesium. He needed more calcium, but from a different source, not from a cow. Because he was very sensitive to milk. So it was different things that I actually had to do, or to find that you need balance with food and diet and exercise, and also finding something that makes you smile, makes you happy, and never ever feel bad or guilty because you're dealing with this. Because 9 times out of 10, the person sitting right beside you dealing with the same exact thing, they're just not telling you about it. And once we start talking about it, then we'll realize, hey, we can kind of help each other, be that buddy that can actually help you get through a hard time. Because depression and mental illness is a series of highs and lows. So maybe you have that functional depression or anxiety or bipolar right now, schizophrenic. It's you're functional, which means that you can go out, do things in regular life. You could do things, but you're still dealing with it. And then all of a sudden, a situation or something throws you off. It could be something as simple as eating the wrong food that mess up your system, and it throws you off, throws your body chemistry off more so than it was before. And then you go into manic mode. And manic mode is when you either extremely high strung, or you're really, really low and depressed. It's one extreme of either you're really, 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 really happy, or you really, 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 really sad. And it depends on where you fall at, determines your mood, determines how you interact with individuals, determine whether or not you retract from life or whether you go towards life. And that is not something that someone can turn off and on like a switch. So one thing we should never ever say, and I didn't even intend to start talking about mental awareness. I want to talk about helping you deal with get you some cash, which I am going to do this right here. One thing we should never tell a person who depressed is to get over it, because guess what? Or a person who has chronic anxiety, tell them to stop worrying. Because guess what? If they could, they would. If they could, they would. Who want to suffer? Who wants to be in anguish? Who wants to deal with something that is out of their control? Everyone want to be in control, and they're not in control. You're not in control when you're going through that. And sometimes you have to go through the stages of that particular situation. No, you okay, you okay, Miss Hodge. I probably need to talk about this anyway, because I want to let you guys know, because especially in our community, we keep it kind of closed lip on it. And we're like, oh, that's just Uncle Charlie. Oh, that's just Aunt May. That's just how she is. And no one really explains why she does what she does. And it's out of her control or his control. And sometimes you just need to outsource and get additional help or additional resources, and it's no shame in that. There's no shame in that. That don't mean you crazy. Let me just put it out there, because you know our community, we throw that term around a little loosely. Oh, she just crazy. Oh, he just... No. It's just like having a mental illness. For me, explaining it, this is not a textbook definition for it, but it's just like having fibromyalgia. It's a condition that you deal with, and you try to maneuver and shape your life and work with it as best as you can. And you're going to have highs, you're going to have lows, you're going to have some moments where you don't know what's going on. You're trying to figure it out yourself, and you're not sure what's going on. It's just something that we just have to deal with, and based on what we're dealing with our life at that moment determines how we react to different things. And it's not your fault. It's not your fault. It's not your fault. Okay, now I'm done with that. So I hope that helps someone if you're dealing with that right now. And just try to find something if you can, because sometimes you're so down that you can't even do simple things in life. It actually depletes you of all your mental energy and physical energy. You can't even function enough to even cook or even wash your body because you're so chronically depressed. And that happens to a lot of people, and that they're not playing. They're really going through something. So have some empathy and some sympathy for individuals who are battling this every single day, because every single day that they push through it, they should be applauded, because it is a battle. It is a challenge for them to do the simplest things in life when they're going through that manic phase where they're going through all of this. And by us saying you need to get over it, you're just lazy, you just we're making it worse. We're making it worse. We're making them feel even worse. And that could be the callus to push them over the edge. So you don't want to have any kind of thing to know that, hey, maybe something I said or did was the thing that pushed them over the edge. You don't want to do that. Get a book. Read about it. The best way that you can actually help, if you don't know, get educated on it. Just simply ask them, would they like to talk? And you just listen. You don't have to say something, just listen. But let me talk about how, if you want to see more on this, I don't know her whole video, I watched some of it. Monique L, she actually talked about mental awareness, because I think it's actually Mental Awareness Month of July. So just think about that for a moment. And if you're battling with it yourself, you can do it. I'm proud of you from pushing forward each and every day. If you have a family member or a child or a friend that battles with mental illness, give them a call. Figure out if they have told you what mental illness they have. Do some research on it to try to understand how they feel. You'll never really understand totally how they feel, but at least you'll have a little bit of it. And then I'm gonna tell you this: every person with the same condition does not react the same way. So don't think just because you read it in a book that's everything from A to Z of how they feel and what they're going through. They might have some of the same symptoms, but no one is quite the same on how they respond to different things. So the only way in which you can know that is to talk to them, and talk to them without judgment, and preconceived notions about what you think it is or how you think they should handle this or what they should do. No. Go in there with an open mind, there in love, and listen to them. And they will tell you. If you make them feel comfortable, don't go in as I'm trying to diagnose you or trying to look at you like you on the exhibit, trying to micromanage. And no, go there in love, go there in really trying to be a listening ear for them, to let them know that they could feel comfortable talking to you when they feel like they can't talk to anyone else. Because most of the time they just need to talk or just express themselves in a free, transparent, non-judgmental way. And that makes them feel better. And they'll notice that they start getting out of that phase that they're in for that particular moment, because you develop that trust and that support that they need. And they can tell you how they need to be supported in ways. Maybe when they're going through that, they might not want to be around you right then. So don't take it personal. Just let them determine how they want you to interact with them, and don't get offended when they tell you and it's not the way that you want the interaction to be. Remember, you're going there for them, not yourself. So take yourself out of the equation and think about that person. So if they tell you, I don't want to talk about it, don't press it. Just let them know that if and when they want to talk, you're available. And I have had many people talk with me because I don't press it. And I always try to go in with a non-judgmental state of mind, because I don't understand what's going on in their inner body and the turmoil or the ups and downs and challenges that they're going through. I know what I read in a book, but that's not necessarily what they're going through in their experience. So listen, be transparent, and let them know that you're there for them, not you trying to diagnose and treat and tell them and give them some kind of prescription thing. No, you're there for them as a friend, maybe you're a family member, a mother, a daughter, a son. You're just there because you love them and you're willing to be that support in the way that they want to be supported. All right, my amazing people, I'm talking about that, and that was not why I intended to come on. But as you guys come on, say hello. And like I said, those of you who are just popping on right now, I am just one of the admins in this group that help keep things running and going for all of our amazing individuals in here. We're so proud of each and every one of you with the engagement and the interaction that you have, and how we are really making this an area of support. And that is the whole intention of trying to make sure that regardless of whatever homeschool style you have, you find that support, because 9 times out of 10 is someone that has the same teaching style, and let you know about resources and different stuff like that. Now let's talk about, which I went way off to left field talking about that when my title said something else. I'm sorry, you guys, but maybe I had to say it. All right, we're going to talk about different ways in which you can make cash, okay, that you may not have never thought about making cash, because during this time of the year we are preparing for our upcoming school year, and we found out maybe some things have worked, some things haven't worked. We do not want to do this anymore, or maybe we see something that we would like to try but the price just not right. So I'm explaining you some ways in which you may not have thought you already had, that you don't have the money to do it, but you already do. Jada said, thanks for that though. After the early live, it's good to hear differently. Yeah. So, thank you though. Thank you, Jada, for taking the time to comment. Okay, you guys, eBay is your friend. eBay should be your friend. PayPal should be your friend. Why do I say that? Because for the simple fact, eBay is an area that you can put your stuff on for sale. It's a public platform. Many people go shop there all the time right now, and you can make some extra money. eBay is a place where you can put anything that you have that is workable, that is in good condition, on there for sale. And you can determine whether you want to ship internationally or not. However, I just do in the United States. You can put, we all over here with homeschoolers. So what do we have? Books. What do we have? Resources. Guess what people are looking for? Books and resources. You put them online. What I like about eBay is that when you're new to eBay, they actually allow you to have so many things that you put on at one time, and then for free. And then after that, like, I posted my second thing. I just tested out, and I just put it up for $9 some change, and it sold. And I was like, what? I'm looking at my PayPal account, and I got like $9 some change. I'm like, where this money came from? eBay. And I only put one thing up there, just messing around. And so they let me put some more stuff on there, right? And so I put 3 or 4 other items on there. And they only charged me $1 and some change for placing those items on there. I mean, we can do that. And you can take some of the money that you made to actually pay your little fee. But really, after you put your stuff back on there, whatever you made, they can actually some kind of way add that up. Another reasonable thing that I think you guys should do, if you don't have a PayPal account, please go get a PayPal account, because it's free. It is free. And so the reason why I love PayPal to do interactions when you're selling stuff online is because it protects the buyer and it protects the seller. And you don't have to get all of their information. Like, you get paid, but you don't hold their credit card information. I really don't like having credit card information and all that stuff like that. I just don't like doing it. I really like to have a service that does it for me and just make sure I get my money, right? And so it's free. And if you are a person that's just selling, because I talked to the IRS about this, if you're a person that's just selling every now and then, or you're using a third party, which is PayPal, they actually say that you don't have to register as a business for the simple fact. Now, I do, because I'm a business. But you, as a regular person, you don't, because you're using a third-party system, and they pay their taxes. And they're charging you a fee to use their service. So, therefore, when someone buys something from you, they actually take a little fee out. And that goes towards their overhead of them for allowing you to use their resource. So you don't have to worry about that. Which, I'm checking. I call the IRS. I'm like, listen, do you have to have this or that, this, that? Well, now I do, because I do several different things with my businesses. And I know I do different stuff, and I want to make sure I have that for my taxes and stuff like that. But if you're just a regular person, you don't have to worry about it. I call and ask them. It's almost similar to having a electronic yard sale, sort of speak. So how can you sell different things online? You can have you can sell your stuff on Facebook groups. We actually have a line group with this called the Family Homeschool Curriculum Marketplace. You can actually join that and actually start posting your stuff. You can reach out to different homeschooling curriculum marketplace groups that's on Facebook, and you can just add your stuff and follow their rules on how they run their group, and you can post there. And you can actually do eBay. Now, you can do Amazon too. You can, as a third-party vendor or provider. However, I would not suggest that if you're not really in it for the long run. The reason why I say that is because Amazon, hey Amber, you're actually charged to use their service. I think it's $40 a month to be a merchant. And a merchant is basically a person who go in and add their stuff on Amazon base, kind of like eBay, but you got to pay that $40. So if you're not really into paying that, I really feel like if you're doing that, you need to have like a product of a service. Like I do premium sanitary napkins. It has graphene It has a Nobel graphene. So a person like me, yeah, I can open up a merchant account because I know that I'm going to get my turnover because these are all natural and therapeutic and healthy and don't have those chemicals in it that's linked to cancer. And individuals going to be looking for this on Amazon. So yeah, I paid $40. However, I know I'm going to turn my profit back over. This bit is going to pay for itself. So if you're just doing it for a little while, I want to suggest to go to Amazon, because it just don't make sense. Then you could just do person to person. You can actually have a yard sale at your house. You can look for homeschooling little events and you can have it and sell different stuff like that. Another way in which you can make money, if you are a teacher, and I'm not saying certified, I'm talking about, because if you're a homeschooler, you're a teacher. Congratulations, you're a teacher. If you have a certain skill or a certain thing that you do very, very well, why not put a price on it and charge? And you don't have to be enormous, and you can get different stuff. Like I have a course called How to Make Money Becoming a Homeschooling Reviewer. And individuals buy in, pay my one-time fee, and they learn all the different things on how they can be an unofficial reviewer for homeschooling curriculum. They use my tips and they apply them and then they can actually become a reviewer if they follow the tips and stuff that I have in there. I also have a course on how to be an Amazon reviewer. You're reviewing on Amazon, but you're not their reviewer. You're working through a third party. Jada said with Amazon, I opened a business account and they charge me about $160 for a year. Is that different from the merchant account? Well, they sent me something for $40 for a year. Now, I get different little requests and different little things. They send different things to me, different companies and different stuff to me, because like I said, in my course, I teach you how to become like the unofficial reviewer. And the reason why I call myself the unofficial reviewer, because technically, due to my how many people I have following me on YouTube and Instagram and all that, I really don't supposed to be no reviewer based on my numbers. So that's why I tell people it's not all about how many subscribers you have. It's not all about all of that. It's about the quality of your content and how you present it and how you do it, which help me, enable me to be able to be a reviewer. So I get different requests and different little deals that the general public don't usually get, because I use the things that I teach in my course. And I have a Facebook group that I have it in, which is cheaper for ones who on a tight budget. And then I have my real nice fancy smashing off of Facebook website where you can actually go in and get a membership. And every course besides the Amazon and the homeschooling one, every single course that I add on there, when you pay your monthly subscription, you'll be actually getting every course that I put out at homeschoolinganoils.com. Now, Jada, I don't know what they gave you. I don't know what they gave you, boo, but they could have different price rates based on whether they think you're an influencer or not. Now, technically, I'm not an Amazon influencer. However, like I said, I know how to do certain things that enable me to be a reviewer. And I teach it in my little course or whatever like that. So never think just because you don't have no subscribers and all that stuff like that, YouTube not gonna pay me. So what? Guess what? YouTube, it don't matter. It don't matter, because there's other people on there that buy your services and what you offer, and other people are watching, and companies and different stuff like that. And you never know how you can get a sponsorship and different stuff like that. I have received several different sponsorships over the years. Actually, I'm still receiving them. I turn them down now because I just have way too much stuff. And I'm a person like this. I'm very honest and transparent. And I do not give a review on something that I have not used with my family or used for myself. So sometimes they be wanting you to be saying, yeah, you like that. I'm like, I'm not gonna do that, because if you send it, I'm going to give you my honest, non-biased opinion on it. So if I get it and I don't like it, I'm going to say, this is not for me. This is not for me. However, it may work for this person, but it wasn't for me. So I do turn down quite a bit because right now I'm too busy to be doing all them reviews, and I don't feel like testing all that stuff right now. But anyway, that's why Homeschooling and Oils, I'm getting ready to do some megawatt giveaways once I reach 1,000 subscribers, because I just have too much and I'm just going to give away a whole lot of different stuff once I reach that threshold. So if you want to know about that, just go over to Homeschooling and Oils on YouTube. And I'm on Facebook too. I'll be doing that. As soon as I reach 1K, I'll be doing, I said 1, but now I'm going to do 2. Be giving away stuff because I just have way too much. That stuff running me out the door dealing with homeschooling stuff. And once you start doing sponsorships and different stuff, everybody want to send you stuff, child. And it's not hard. That's why I teach you that in my course. Okay, so you can actually do that. Let's see. What else you can do for money? There's so many different things you can do for money. Take, for example, if you guys are good at baking, or you good at crafts, or you good at tutoring, or you good at clothing. Did you know that all those things that I just named, people are looking for, and you can actually make money doing it? You can make money from it, and you can make money doing it. One thing that is booming right now, in case you didn't know, in the homeschooling community, and in just in general, ESL, an English teacher. And you're like, well, I can't do English. I can't be an English teacher. Yes, you can. You speak English. You can do it. There are so many foreign speaking individuals who wants to learn English, and they are looking for native speaking, because I wasn't going to do it because my southern dialect is so heavy on certain words. But they want that. They want natural, authentic English teachers to teach English to foreign students. And you can do it all from home. Some require a teaching degree, and then some don't. It just depends on exactly what you're doing with the school, and how the school is actually set up and stuff like that determines whether or not they'll allow you to come in just as a freelancer or as a paid-in person. It just depends on their qualifications, because every school has something a little bit different. But start Googling. Get on Google and start Googling all this stuff. No longer do you have to be like, I don't have this, I don't have that. They also have some things out there for those of you excuse me, I should not eat that nasty candy. For like Walmart do this stuff for back to school for the public school students. They actually also, about 2 years ago, I actually got Walmart to donate school supplies to the homeschoolers over here in South Carolina in my area. So how I did that was that I wrote the manager. Well, I went in and talked with them, and I'm like, we're all about education too. Why don't we have some beings for us? And they was like, well, I don't know. I was like, and then I gave her all the reasons why homeschoolers should have this, and we should not be divided on education. And then they actually gave me a gift card and told me to go shop. And then I was actually able to give out notebooks, pencil, pens, crayons, paints, all that for absolutely free to individuals who came to my children's literacy book drive. So I was actually able to give away a whole lot of stuff for free, and I didn't pay for it. So it's so many different things that are out there. I teach you that in my course as well. That's out there that you may not even think of. So before you get discouraged, you're like, oh, my money tight, this broke down, that broke down, I don't have the money. Look around your house. You might have an electronic or something that you're not using that still works good. Sell it. If you're not using it, sell it. Another thing that's a big ticket seller on eBay is mugs. Yeah, mugs. Like coffee cups, different stuff like that. People pay good money for coffee cups and mugs and different stuff like that. Why, I have no earthly idea, but they love them. So go to the Goodwill and go to different stores like that and look for something that's unique in the realm of coffee mugs. People buy books and stuff. That's why I go to the Goodwill and stuff and car garages and buy books and then resell them. But now I deal directly with a book place. So but so many different ways that you can put a little money in and flip it and put money back into your homeschool or into your family budget. This video is way too long, you guys. I am so sorry. And all 5 of you who are watching me, oh my goodness, just talking in a tangent. This just went way, way, way too long. I'm going to start doing a timer for myself because I just talked way too long. I appreciate you guys watching. For those of you who have not watched Monique L's video, go watch that if you're interested in mental awareness. I did talk a little bit about it in this video. And also, if you want to know more, because I know it's a whole lot of different things that I didn't say in regards to how to make money, but I kind of got thrown off a little bit. So if you have any questions, just private message me. Or if I think of something, I'll just post it in the group. I'm gonna see, can I make a list of different things in which you can make money that you never really thought about. I actually talked with you guys, but this is a couple months ago, how to monetize your mind. If you guys are interested in that, for me to redo the Zoom webinar, well, it wasn't a webinar, it was a Zoom meeting where I was actually telling you how different ways in which you can monetize your mind. And we are sitting on so many amazing ideas. It's crazy. Your next thing that you need to support your family is all up in here, because you have so many amazing ideas, and I explain how you can actually turn those ideas into something that's workable, something that you can actually make a business or make a side hustle, and stuff like that. And I call it how to monetize your mind. So I will talk to you guys later. Y'all have a great, amazing, fun-filled Friday. Stay safe. And I will see you guys next Friday or the Friday after next. If you have any questions, type it or reach out to me. And that is it. Thank you guys for watching. Again, you can stay connected with me in this group and also outside this group at Homeschooling and Oils.com, at healthehoneypot.com, because I'm a female wellness advocate in regards to not using toxins and chemicals on that precious area below. And also you can check me out and I'm on Facebook, Heal the Honey Pot Facebook, Homeschooling and Oils Facebook, IG, and YouTube. I'm on those 3: Facebook, Instagram, YouTube. I am on LinkedIn and all that stuff like that, but those are the main 3 that I pay attention to. Mostly Facebook and YouTube. All right, you guys, you're welcome, Miss Hodges. Look forward to seeing you when I come on this next video. I enjoy talking with you guys. So have a great rest of your day. Bye.